Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today marks the last day of the UK theme park season for 2024. The 2024 season's been fantastic. I've got to ride some cool rides, go to some cool parks, meet some really nice new people, hang out with some old friends and just have a blast. We've just done Thorpe Park Fright Nights, and for me, that was the end of the season, and it was a great way to say goodbye to the 2024 season. So this year was my first year of having a Merlin annual pass. So I chose to take a Silver Merlin annual pass because it suited me for the dates that I could go. It offers 300 days of entry to the Merlin attractions. I live in London, so I'm close to a lot of the attractions in London, as well as 3 of the theme parks. So I want to take a look and see how much I've actually saved by taking a Merlin annual subscription rather than buying individual tickets. Now, there is a calculator on the Merlin website, and it does calculate that all for you, but it calculates the gate price. Now, the gate price for some of the parks are up to £60, and let's be honest, you're never paying that. If you're going to a park, even if you turn up to the park, you're gonna buy the tickets on your phone to get the cheapest price, which is the online price, and it works out about £33 on average. The other perk of the Silver Merlin annual pass is that you get 10% off food and merchandise in the parks. I've taken full advantage of that. I've used it at donut time, I've used it for curly fries. It's been an absolute dream. Over the course of the last year, I've done 12 visits to Thorpe Park, 3 visits to Chessington World of Adventure, 1 visit to Legoland, 2 visits to Madame Two Swords, and a visit to the London Dungeon. There's loads of other attractions that you can visit as well, including Alton Towers. Within London, there's the London Eye, the Shrek Experience. Up north, there's the Cadbury's World Park, I think. I don't even know what that really is, to be honest with you. It's the Bear Grylls Experience. There's the Peter Rabbit Experience. There's Warwick Castle, the other dungeons and the sea life centres around the country as well. So the Merlin annual silver pass cost £199, and I paid that off over a year. There was an initial outlay of £30, and then it was £9.99 a month for 12 months. You can do that for the silver, gold and platinum passes. So according to the Merlin website, I actually saved £870 and 13 pence across the year. So if you add in the cost of the Merlin pass, the total cost of all of the visits would have been £1,070 and 13 pence. And that seems a lot. That seems a hell of a lot. So I think that is gate price at every attraction. And of course, you wouldn't be paying gate price, you'd be paying the online price if you were going to these attractions. Now, after calculating the cost of purchasing all of the tickets online, the total would have been £629 and 40 pence. And that's still a huge saving. So in theory, I've saved about 470 quid, which is great. I mean, that's fantastic. So that alone has made the Merlin pass absolutely brilliant and definitely worth getting. Now, the problem with the silver pass is when you go to the parks, the parking isn't included. Now, the parking ranges between £8 and £12 depending on what day you go and which park you go to. So over the course of the year, I've paid £168 in parking. And just saying that makes me feel sick. It's ridiculous. What a ridiculous amount of money. The next pass up from silver is gold. The gold pass is £239.99 for the year. Now, with the gold pass, you get parking included and you get 20% off food and merchandise. So I feel like a bit of a mug for not getting a gold pass, but you don't know these things, do you? You don't know until you give them a try. I didn't think I'd be visiting the parks as much as I've visited and spending as much money on parking, obviously. So what I've done is cancelled my silver Merlin annual pass, and I'll be going for a gold one for the coming year, for the 2025 season. Now, with Merlin, they often do sales, usually around Black Friday and Christmas, and at the beginning of the new season, or just before the beginning of the new season, where you get a percentage off your annual pass. So last year they knocked 50 quid off the gold annual pass. So that brought it down to £190, and you could do that over the course of the year as well. So what they do in that case is they knock off the joining fee and then you just pay the monthly amount. So that brings the cost down to £190. So it's cheaper than the silver pass that I got. You get more days, you get 20% off food and merchandise, and you also get free parking. Now that is what we need. We need the free parking because that is what adds up. I really wish I'd thought about it beforehand, but you live and learn, don't you? So next year, of course, I'll be going for the gold pass. I would suggest if you're a driver to perhaps consider the gold pass, as obviously the parking all adds up. If you're splitting the parking though, if there's 4 of you with silver passes and you're always going together, you know, it's between £2 and £3 each. And you know, that's cheaper than the bus and it's totally worth doing. The silver pass is a great entry into the Merlin annual passes, but I think going forward, for me, it'll be the gold pass, and I would totally recommend that if you're intending on going to the park quite a bit, or even if you're just a driver, because if I'm spending £170 on parking over the course of the year and the gold pass is £190 in the sale, do you know what I mean? So to answer the question, yes, the Merlin annual silver pass is absolutely worth it if you're not a driver. If you are a driver, definitely consider getting the gold pass or the platinum pass if you want to see the fireworks at the end of the year. I'm not really into fireworks, so that doesn't really bother me. So I think I'm going to stick with the gold this year. I'm going to try and get to a few more parks again. I did quite a few visits this year, but I need to get back up to Alton Towers. That's the one. That's the one I need to go to. So the Silver Pass allows you 300 days of entry into the parks and attractions across the year. That mainly excludes the summer holidays and a lot of the bank holidays as well. So any of the busier days, you won't be able to get entry to the parks. You can top up, it's £15 per day. So if you want to go on a day in the middle of the summer holidays, you can, but you've got to pay an additional £15. And unfortunately, it's a bit of a backwards system. So you have to actually go to the box office to collect your ticket before you get in the queue for security to get into the parks, which is gonna add time to your day as well. So if you are doing that, you've got to think ahead a little bit. The Gold Pass allows you entry 340 days of the year. So that includes most of the summer holidays, and there's just a few choice days where you won't be allowed entry. With the Platinum Pass, you've got entry into the attraction 364 days a year. I believe everything's closed on Christmas Day, and as it should be. So you'll be able to go to all the big events, all the Halloween events, the Oktoberfest events that the different parks do, and of course fireworks at the end of the year at Alton Towers. If you're thinking of picking up your first Merlin annual pass and you're not sure where to start, I hope that sheds some light on the Silver Pass and the differences between the Silver and the Gold Pass. I honestly think the Gold Pass is totally worth it if you're going to do quite a few visits. If you're going to be visiting less, have a look at the Silver Pass. Wait for the sales and hit the Gold Pass. But if there's no sales in the pipeline, then the Silver Pass is definitely one to get. It is going to save you money, although you're still going to have to pay for parking, but you'll still have a wicked time. You'll still get to go to all the attractions, and I can't recommend it enough. Right, so I hope that's been informative. If you have any questions or any comments, please put them down below. There may be something I've missed, there may be something I've got wrong. Please do correct me below, and we can pin the comments so that everyone can see. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that and it was helpful, please give us a like and a subscribe. Give us a comment, let me know if I've got anything wrong, let me know if there's any information that you want to add, any tips or tricks, anything like that. Anything that's helpful to people is always good to add in the comment. So thanks for watching, thanks for a great 2024 season, and actually this marks the 1 year anniversary of this channel. So I just want to say a big shout out to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's liked, everyone who's commented. I really appreciate it. It's been really good fun. A lot more people than I thought have jumped on and got involved. And I really do appreciate it, and I want you to get more involved. We can sort some stuff out next year. We can go play some games together. We can go to parks together. We just have some fun. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. 'Cause he knows that his time is speeding past.